Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth, and this is Beth's Bookish Reviews, and I'm here today to bring you my February TBR. And this month we're going to do things a little different and see how they go, because I have a surprise for everybody. So first of all, let me bring you the books that I will be reading for buddy reads, read-alongs, book clubs, and my DIY literature degree. So the next two books on my DIY literature degree after I finish The Moonstone and The Romance of the Forest are Silas Marner by George Eliot. And it says, as a young man, Silas Marner shut himself off from the world after being wrongly accused of theft and losing the girl he loved. That's all I'm going to read. I think I said George Eliot. I hope I said that right. All right, and then to read with that one, I'm going to be reading David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. And this is, anytime I look up what this is about, it just basically says the story of a life. And so after Silas Marner, my next read by a female author is Belinda. Okay, so I could start that. The next book I will be reading with Chris, I'll link her channel below, is The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton. And it says, a tiny girl is abandoned on a ship headed for Australia in 1913. She arrives completely alone with nothing but a small suitcase containing a few clothes and a single book, a beautiful volume of fairy tales. She is taken in by the dock master and his wife and raised as their own. On her 21st birthday, they tell her the truth, and with her sense of self shattered and very little to go on, Nell sets out. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. And with her sense of self shattered and very little to go on, Nell sets out to trace her real identity. Her quest leads her to Blackhurst Manor on the Cornish coast and the secrets of the doomed Montrequet family. But it is not until her granddaughter, Cassandra, takes up the search after Nell's death that all the pieces of the puzzle are assembled. So, yes, I'm reading some chunkers in February, but that's okay. Then for Jenna from Books Love, Jenna, her book club pick Books Love Everyone, we are reading. Our fiction book is Our Homesick Songs, and our nonfiction book is The Day the World Came to Town, 9/11 in Gander, Newfoundland by Jim DeFeedy. Our Homesick Songs is by Emma Hooper. They both have to do with Newfoundland, and I will put the link to her channel for sure in the description, because she always puts a video about the books. All right, next, Oshina has a read-along of Francine Rivers all year long, and in February she's reading The Lady's Mind, and I absolutely adore this book. This will be a reread, and I can't wait. My mom bought this book for me from Hobby Lobby, and I read this book. Oh, man. It says, she's new to this lawless mining town. He's one of its most prominent citizens. Neither wants much to do with the other at first. And I have reviewed this book on my channel, so I'm not gonna read the back. That little snippet right there is, oh man. And then I decided I wanted to read the first Holly Gibney book. This is the book I was told was the first one. Now I know she's in as a little snippet in Mr. Mercedes. she's in there, but the first one she's actually in for an extended time. And it is The Outsider by Stephen King. So I pulled this one out. It's a little creepy, this cover. So I'm going to read this one. And so I'm going to pull my normal two, 26 and 26, and I'm going to pull 150 before 50, and then we're going to do a numbered draw, and I'm going to unwrap 2 books because my mom and I spent some time wrapping some books. I just had so many book of the months and so many books that I want to get to that I'm not getting to because they're in the other room and I don't think about them as often, and I've got to get some of these books read. So I'm going to pull up my 26 and 26 spinner wheel, and then my number generator wheel for my 50 before 50, and I'm going to turn you around and we're going to spin the number generator wheel first because it's the one pulled up first, and we'll find out what that one is, and then we will then we'll see what the 2, 26 and 26 are. So give me just a moment. Okay, I have shuffled them. So remember, we're only spinning one time. $47. Oh, I didn't pull up mine. As it slowly comes available. Okay, I'm going to say no on this nonfiction because I'm already reading a nonfiction with, so we're going to go ahead and spin again. I'm not ready to read how to read like a professor. And I don't have a 52. I don't know why there's 52 on there. I should have hid that number. So 35. Oh, I need to bring it in some more. 35. We're not doing this one. I think I've already read that one. Oops. So I have to investigate that one. So we're gonna hide that one and then just spin again. $11. Okay. I know y'all think that I'm just kind of picking and choosing, but some of these books are meant to be read at certain times. So this is a certain time book. This is not until May. So spin again. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be easier than this. 2. Okay, Lady Tan's Circle of Women. I can do that one. All right, now we're going to spin for the 26 and 26. We're just going to spin this one twice because a lot of these are also, oh, now we got to spin twice because it's the same one. So we're going to close that one. All right. We'll go ahead because I already plan to read that one when it comes in, and it should be in pretty soon. So we'll spin one more time. The Innocent. Okay. So we have The Innocent, Lady Tan's Circle of Women, and well, A Box Full of Darkness. So the next thing we're going to do is pull 2 numbers from here. I have 93 books wrapped up, and there will be more added later. So here is pull number 1, number 78. All right. And number 91. Okay. So I'm going to take you in there, show you the books, pull the numbers, and then we'll come in here, we'll unwrap them, and I'll get the books down. Actually, I'm not going to pull the other books down until closer to February because they just take up so much room. So I will put them up here, the ones that I will be reading, because I don't have A Box Full of Darkness. I don't know if The Innocent is up there. I think that is by David Baldacci. I'm not even sure that's the first book. Okay, yes, this is the first one. It's the Will Robbie series. Will Robbie series. Okay. So I will be reading The Innocent. Alrighty. I do have that one. Okay. Let's go. All right, so here are my books, all wrapped up. The ones behind them have already been read or are waiting to be wrapped. Yes, Christmas paper. I even have baby shower paper. Okay, so I've got to shut this off so that I can get the books. I forgot a book I wanted to read. I'm going to start the Odd Thomas series over again. It'll be a wonderful reread for me. So I'm going to read Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. I did pull down my 26 and 26. Oh, wait, no. One of my 26 and 26, and then my 50 before 50. So, David Baldacci, The Innocent, and it says nothing. Oh, it begins with a hit gone wrong. Robbie is dispatched to eliminate a target unusually close to home in Washington, D.C. But something about this mission doesn't seem right to Robbie. And he does the unthinkable. He refuses to kill. Now Robbie becomes a target himself and must escape from his own people. Okay. And then Lisa sees Lady Tan's Circle of Women. It is a book of the month. I did put a few of them on my 26 and 26 and 50 before 50. Okay, and this is about a young woman who is raised by her grandmother, and she's from China, or she's in China, and they don't believe that women should be working, and her grandmother teaches her medicine and women's issues and how to, fix them. That's what I understand from it. So I think it'll be really interesting. And I just love this picture. This is such a beautiful cover. So anyway, I'll be reading that. All right, so I have numbers 78 and 91. All right, we're going to do 78 first. So just to prove to you, 78. And I'm not as graceful as everybody else. I'm not saving my paper. So it'll probably get ripped because it's just dollar store paper. I just went to the dollar store and grabbed some paper. And like I said, I do have some more to wrap. I think it's facing me. I can't see it, but I think it does. Okay, so this is James Rollins, The Judas Strain. And I have no idea what this is about. I do know this is one of my sister's favorite books by this author. And it says, from the depths of the Indian Ocean, a horrific plague has arisen to devastate humankind. A disease that's unknown, unstoppable, and deadly. But it is merely a harbinger of the doom that is to follow. Aboard a cruise liner transformed into a makeshift hospital, Dr. Lisa Cummings and Monk Kokalis, operatives of the shadowy covert organization Sigma Force, search for answers to the bizarre affliction that has inexplicably washed ashore. But there are others with far less altruistic intentions. In a savage and sudden coup, terrorists hijacked the vessel, turning a Mercy ship into a floating bioweapons lab. So that will be interesting. All right, and then we have 91. And yes, this is my baby shower paper that my mom had. So not my baby shower. No. Just that I had acquired from my mom to wrap these books. Now, I cannot pull another number until I read both of these books. Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. It says, one morning he's your husband, by nightfall he's a criminal, and these are his famous last words. All right. It is June 21st, the longest day of the year, and new mother Camila's life is about to change forever. After months of maternity leave, she will drop her infant daughter off at daycare for the first time and Cooper and return to her job as a literary agent. Finally. But when she wakes, her husband Luke isn't there, and in his place is a cryptic note. That's all I'm going to read. So, famous last words. So that is, it's only 12 books. Doable. Very doable. So, that is my TBR. And if you want to see more from me, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.